Good morning, students. Today we will see some of the teaching methods like discussion, seminar, symposium, and panel discussion. Discussion. Discussion is a process whereby two or more people express, clarify, and put their knowledge, experience, opinions, and feelings. Principles of discussions include there should be a clearly defined objective which is understood by all the participants. There should be a leader to guide and coordinate the proceedings. The main points of discussion should be recorded as it is going on either on a blackboard. Everyone should feel free to participate. Shy persons should be encouraged to participate. All points of view should be fairly considered. The purpose of discussions include to teach a context-specific interpretation and application of principles, theories, and concepts, assist students to develop, express, and validate their opinions or beliefs regarding legal, ethical, and controversial issues in nursing, to clarify concepts, to share the information, to foster democratic values, to develop team building and social skills, development of right attitudes among the students, to develop a problem solving skill as a group, to arouse students' interest. These are the main purpose of the discussions. The classroom discussion techniques include the first thing we need a proper planning, selection of appropriate topics, arranging discussion in a conducive environment in a conducive time. Preparing the students for discussion include by providing some basic information related to the topic, clearly state the objective, clarify the role of teacher. Role of teacher in discussion. Provide physical arrangements so that all students have face-to-face contact with each other and the teacher. Help the students to identify the goals and apply problem-solving techniques to the situation. Doubts, mistakes, and wrong interpretation should be made clear by the teacher. Shy students may be given training in discussion in small groups. Summarize the facts and points of discussion. Role of students. Goals of the discussion should be kept in view. Effort should be made to develop team spirit. Seek assistance from the teacher regarding the discussion. Offer feedback, information to the teacher regarding the value of discussion in promoting the learning. The advantages include it helps in clarifying issues, it helps the students to in crystallizing their thinking, it develops the team spirit, it offers opportunity to students to learn together, make suggestions, share responsibilities, comprehend the topic, and evaluate the findings and summarize the result. To provide opportunities to the students to speak distinctively, stand and sit correctly, respect the ideas of others, share interest, ask pertinent questions, and comprehend the problem before the group. It helps the teacher in discovering the talented students who have potential for becoming good leaders. It represents the type of knowledge, ideas, and feelings of several persons. The disadvantages include it consumes time, spread responsibility to all members of the team. It poorly suited for provided emergency decisions, may be unable to cope with the effects of status difference within the group. It is not suitable for all topics. It may involve in unnecessary arguments, less efficient when the student number is exceed 20. If the teacher or the student leader cannot control the group, few students will lead. That are the disadvantages. Second method of teaching is seminar. It is an instructional technique involves generating a situation for a group to have guided among themselves on different aspects or components of a topic which is generally presented by one or more method. Types include mini seminar, discuss a topic in the classroom. It is stimulated situations for the studies. Main seminar, organized by the departmental level on a major theme. All students and staff take part in such seminar. National seminar, organized by an association at national level. Expert invited on the theme of seminar. International seminar, organized by international organizations like UNESCO, WHO, or organizers, chairperson, experts. These are the four type of people involved in a seminar. First is organizer, people who conduct the seminar. The chairperson is the who guides the seminar. Expert who present the informations. Participants, the people who benefited. Role of organizers who decide the seminar topic. Once the topic selected, the objectives formulated, search for suitable chairperson, date and time fixed according to the chairperson. Then role of chairperson should possess in-depth knowledge regarding the topic. Seminar begins with an introductory talk, importance of the topic, the current life situation. After that, he invites speaker in order. When one speaker completes the speech, the chairperson gives a brief summary. Once all speakers finishes the speech, chairperson opens the discussion by section by inviting the participants to come with doubts. Role of speakers. Success of a seminar depends upon how well the discussion section is utilized by the participant. This in turn depends upon the quality and quantity of information presented by the speakers. Normally, speakers have to prepare the study material and hand over them to the organizers, and this is given to the participants 1 or 2 hours before the presentation. Role of participants. Objective of the seminar framed according to the need of the participants. They have to prepare themselves and study the materials given to them. They make session with live and interesting. The tips for effective seminar include: talk at the people, look at them, not at the windows or the ceilings. Be confident that you can do a good job. Speak naturally in a loud voice. Have a neat, well-groomed appearance. If possible, put an outline on the main points on the blackboard. Keep the speech as short as possible. Advantages of seminar. Different higher cognitive abilities like analytical and critical thinking, synthesizing and evaluating the ideas will tend to be developed. Tolerance for others' view, openness to ideas, cooperation with others, emotional stability, and respect for others' feeling will be developed. Concomitant feeling of seminars as the instructional technique will be development of better learning habit. It makes the instruction learner centered. Disadvantages include: seminar cannot be organized exhaustively subject matter. The technique cannot be used for all the levels of education. When a seminar is being organized, the persons who speak too much dominate the discussion of the seminar and do not provide opportunity to others to take part in discussion. During the discussion, groups are formed into two ideas, anti-ideas and favorable ideas on the theme. The seminar technique. Organizers make necessary arrangement and distribute the study material to the participants. Introductory speech by the chairperson. Invite each speaker in order. After that, the speech summarize the speaker summarize and the speech summarizes the topic. After all speakers finishes, the chairperson open the discussion session by inviting questions, clarification, and contribution. If doubt persists even after the clarification by the speaker, the chairperson can clear the doubt. Seminar will come to an end after the discussion session with a concluding note by the chairperson. In concluding note, the chairperson summarizes the all information exchanged in the seminar and congratulate the organizers, speakers, and the participants. Next one, the third one is the symposium. It is a form of discussion in which different viewpoints or opinions regarding a single aspect or component of a topic discussed under guidance of a chairman. For example, regarding the Consumer Protection Act and nursing practice. Like seminar, personnel involved are organizers, chairperson, speaker, and participant. Most suitable method to discuss controversial issues. Role of the chairperson: exert more control over the speakers in order to restrain from crossing the limit while expressing the viewpoints. Study materials will not be issued to the participants. Demand more participation from the participant side. Symposium techniques include: it begins with the introductory speech, invite the speakers to present their viewpoints. Once speakers complete the presentation, chairperson opens the discussion by inviting participants to express their opinions regarding various viewpoints put forward by the speakers. Finally, under the leadership of chairperson, a consensus is reached after verifying the pros and cons on different points. Advantage: it generally presents wide basis for the discussion. It has a greater organization. This discussion technique can help the students to achieve skills of judgment. Symposium help the students to think of their own. It helps them to learn about the human relation skills. Disadvantages include the chairman has to control over the speaker as they have full freedom to prepare the theme for discussion. There is a probability of repetition of the content because every speaker prepares the theme as a whole, or the inadequate opportunity for the students to participate actively. The listeners remain passive in symposium. Mm, Participants take decisions of their own. Cognitive objective achieved but not effective domain. Time limit is 15 to 20 minutes. The difference between symposium and seminar. Seminars are the topic related to recent trends and development, but in symposium, topic related to controversial issues in nursing. Seminar, multiple aspects of the topic under consideration is discussed. Symposium, single aspect of the topic is discussed. Seminar chairperson has to exert less control, but in symposium chairperson has to exert more control. Seminar there is less time for discussion involving the participants, but in symposium more time for discuss involving the participants. Seminar comparatively less preparation from the participants, but symposium it demands more preparation and participation from the side of the participants. Next is the panel discussion. Is it a discussion in which a few persons carry on a conversation in front of an audience? Organize the discussion in a small group. At the end of the discussion, the audience also can participate. Panel discussion also called roundtable discussion. Objectives include to provide information about new facts, to analyze the current problem from different angles, to identify the values, to get mental recreation, to facilitate higher cognitive learning. The principles involved, it observes the democratic principles of human behavior. That means equal opportunities are provided to every participant. It encourages independent active participation. It involves social and psychological principles of group work. It is based on modern theory of organization. Characteristic of panel discussion. It is used at the college and university level to organize teaching. It develops the ability of problem solving. It provides an opportunity to understand the nature of the problem for discussion. It develops the ability of presentation of a theme and presenting one's point of view logically. It develops the right type of attitude and ability to tolerate ideas of others. It develops the ability of creative thinking and analyzing the theme. It develops the correct manners of putting questions and answering questions. Types. Public panel discussion. It is organized for the common problems. Second is educational panel discussion used in education institutions to provide factual and conceptual knowledge and clarification of certain theories and principles. Procedure for panel discussion. First, the person involved is the chairman. Chairman should be selected carefully since much of the success of the panel discussion depends upon his leadership. It is the responsibility of the chairman how, where, when the panel discussion will be organized. The schedule of panel discussion is prepared by him. The chairman must give the discussion to the subject and see that all members of the panel have equal opportunity to express their views. Chairman begins the panel discussion by exploring the whole procedure. There is usually general summary before the discussion is open to the audience. The chairman should have mastery over the theme. Second is the panelists. There are 4 to 8 panelists in the discussion. The members of the panel sit in a semicircle before the audience. The chairman sits in the middle of the panelists. The members of the panel should be quick thinkers and should represent different points of view. Members of panel should be prepared by knowing the limitation of the topic to be discussed. Audience. After the panel discussion, the audience are allowed to put questions and seek clarifications. They can present their point of view and their experience regarding the theme or problem. The panelists attempt to answer the questions of the audience. In some situations, the chairman also answers the questions. At the end of the discussion, the chairman summarizes the discussion and presents his point of view. He expresses thanks to the panelists and audience. Advantages. This technique encourages social learning. Higher cognitive and affective objectives are achieved. It is used to develop the ability of problem solving and logical thinking. It develops the interest and right type of attitude towards the problems. It develops the capacity to respect others, ideas and feelings and ability of tolerance. It can be used for a larger group. Develops team spirit and sharing information. The disadvantages include there are chances to deviate from the theme at the time of discussion. Hence, the purpose of the panel discussion may not be achieved. Some of the members may dominate the discussion and may deprive other participants of the opportunity to discuss. There is a possibility of splitting the groups into a small subgroups. It is limited to its usefulness as a teaching tool because it does not try to bring solution out to a problem. Thank you for listening. If you have any comments or suggestions, please let me know.